Hi guys, Random here, back with another Tutorial Tuesday. Now, I know this is a bit of an unusual place to start, isn't it? But, Peter AA, he asked a question, explaining captain systems. He's got a captain for each ship, but it seems like a lot of high-end gamers, I wouldn't include me in that, I'm a gamer, there's nothing really high-end about it. I played the game for a while, put it that way. Only have one captain for battleships, one for destroyers, and so on. Is he misunderstanding something? Of course, it'd be much more easy if you only have 2 level 4 or 5 captains. Right, well, just that last sentence there says to me that you're not misunderstanding it. You're getting it. Right, so, for you, Peter, let's jump into the game and let's have a look. So, let's talk about captain skills. Now then, we've got Commander John Doe here. Let's open up his screen. Now, you can see that his specialisation is New York. I need to get him trained up on a different boat, really, but at the moment he's a battleship captain. So, we've got preventative maintenance, we've got adrenaline rush, we've got basic firing training, and we have concealment expert. Now, your mileage may vary. You might want to put different things on. John Doe's a little bit special in that the expert loader skill and the expert marksman skill give you a little bit more of a bonus than the normal captains. But, you know, that's by the by, really. Now, what would I do with a captain? Well, generally speaking, if we take a look at, I don't know, Ognavoy, little Oggy, you'll see there I've got a 8-point captain on there, and on the Kiev, I have a 9, okay, because I'm levelling up 2 captains. Now, that kind of makes sense if there's ships you only play every now and again. But if there are ships that you play a lot, then you may want to move a captain up. So, to do that, so Xianyang, for example, I moved my Gajimada captain into the Xianyang. Now, the reason I did that was because this is a tier 8 ship, and without things like concealment expert, you're not very competitive. Okay? That can make a real difference when you start looking at your concealment, and you see here we're 6 kilometers. If I didn't have a concealment expert captain in there, I don't know if I've got any Pan-Asian captains. No, I don't. Okay, that's a shame. Let's look at the Gajimada then. So I've got a captain here with 3 points. He was in a different boat to start with, and I've just dumped him in the Gajimada. Now that makes a big difference. Look, 6.8, and if you put concealment expert on there, you get 10% off. So 0.68, so take that down to about 6.1. That can make a big difference. So that's why I generally push the captain onto the next boat. I'll then either use one that I've got lying around, or I'll get a new captain just to drop in there so I've got a captain in that boat if I want to play it. That is kind of where you need to be thinking. Now, I spend money on this game, and probably more than I should. So I have got 150 ships in my port at the moment. Now, yes, I know there are people with more, but you don't get that many slots when you first start playing the game, so you end up having to purchase them. Okay? Now, if you don't want to throw loads of money at this game, what I would suggest you do when you get to the point you can upgrade is sell the ship. So, have we got something here that we can sell just for a demonstration? What we got that's tier 1? We've got the Orlan. There we go. Right. So, the Orlan, tell you what, right click, and we can sell. Okay, we've got a captain in there, but he's not got virtually anything on there. And you can send your commander to the reserve. Now you can sell it with all the modules, you'll get whatever the cost was in credits back, and it will free a slot up. Okay, but you keep your commander. So that means when you get the ship, the next ship in the line, you can get it without a commander. So, I don't know, let's go to a tech tree here. We've got the Orlan, have we got the Hastati? No, we don't. Okay, so I could purchase that. Now, you can purchase it without a commander. So the commander you have got in your reserve, you can then drop into the ship. What will happen is he will be like the Gejimada. Let's reset this. Gejimada, right at the end. Why are you right at the end, Gejimada? You'll see here. Now, if you pay some credits, you'll get a half skill captain. If you don't, you just do it for free. Then he'll be down here at 0. And then you have to earn this amount of Commander XP to get him, and I'm air quoting this, trained on that ship. Okay? The amount that is will depend on the amount of points the captain has. The less he has, the lower this is. Might only be 500 XP if he's got 0. But if he's got 0, just get a new captain. Okay, with the boat. That will train him on the ship, then his skills will have an effect and you will be able to use them. Now, do you need a captain for battleships, cruisers and destroyers, or aircraft carriers if you are one of the crazy people that still play them? Yes, you do. Okay, each nation, I would suggest to you that you have a battleship captain, a cruiser captain and a destroyer captain. As you know, some boats are a bit odd. Okay, so let's think of a prime example. Krasny Krem, where are you? So we'll have a look at the old Krispy Kreme. Now the Krasny Krem is a cruiser, but she fares better with a destroyer type captain. Okay. You can put a Russian destroyer captain into this boat and you can take advantage, if they've got basic and advanced firing training, of a higher firing range because you've only got 130mm guns. So if we assigned a commander, do we want to recruit one? No, we don't want to recruit one. We want to get one out of our reserves. Why can I not do that? Let's go to port. Commander unavailable. Assign a commander. Here we go, from reserve. Yep. So we've got this chappie here. We do have let me find, here we go. So this chappie in the Minsk. Okay, so let's put him from the Minsk into here, and you'll see that the parameters on that haven't changed because he hasn't got AFT. Yeah, okay, right, but you get the point. Okay, so for a destroyer-y type captain, they work quite well in this boat. Doesn't necessarily mean that you'd need a cruiser captain in there. So there are some oddballs that you do need to look out for. Okay, but they are generally the exception rather than the rule. Right, so as to what skills are useful, to be perfectly honest, you can go onto Wiki and it will tell you the recommended build. That's great if it suits your playstyle. If you are a real sneaky torpedo ninja and you like to go around and torpedo stuff, then, you know, putting a gun-based build captain on there is not going to be the best use of your points. If we just have a quick look at the different skills here, priority target and preventative maintenance are generally your first choice. If you'd like to know how many people are aiming at you, then go for that. If you'd like a slightly lower chance of modules being incapacitated, then go for that. Your second pick kind of depends again really on what you are looking at. If you're looking at a battleship with really low speed turning guns, you might want to go for expert marksman. If you're in a destroyer, I would recommend Last Stand as a no-brainer. If you're in a cruiser or a battleship, then maybe you want to go for Adrenaline Rush. On your third tier, I would say destroyer, you might want to consider Survivability Expert. You might want to consider Superintendent. Now, it really does kind of depend on your playstyle there. BFT is pretty good if you want to up your AA a bit, and your reload time can be dropped a little bit with those if you've got up to 139mm guns. Gives you a little bit of an AA boost as well, so yeah, kind of depends on what your playstyle is. Again, are you seeing a lot of carriers? If you are, then it's probably a good skill to get. If you're not, then yeah, maybe don't get that one, get Superintendent. Or if you're in a cruiser, maybe you want to get Demolition Expert. The reason for that being, of course, if you are going for your tier 4 skill, then you might want to look for IFHE if you're in a cruiser to up the amount of damage you do. Destroyers, kind of a no-brainer with Concealment Expert. If it's not your first skill for your tier 4 skill, it will be your second. Doesn't matter what boat you're in, you will probably want to look at that. AFT is good for boosting up your range if you've got small caliber guns, and it also gives a boost to your AA. So if you're going for an AA build, then you might want to look at that. Yeah, again, kind of depends. Battleships might want to look at fire prevention. Yeah, with the amount of HE spam that's going around, that decreases the maximum number of fires you get on your ship. So your bow and your stern are still one area each, but the bit in the middle just becomes one area rather than two. So yeah, again, really depends on the way you want to play the ship. But very, very important and key to the question that was asked, yes, push your captains on, because by the time you get up to tier 8, you really want, you know, a 10 plus skill point captain to be competitive in any sort of game. Try it. You're going to have a captain that's probably got 10 points. Get yourself a freebie new captain with 0 points, drop him in the ship, go and play a game, and see how much of a difference it makes. Yes, the ship will kind of play the same, but it really is quite noticeable. If you've got ships that you really like, yeah, you know what? Put your highest skill captain in your highest tier ship, put your captains in the lower tier ships to replace the high skill captain, and then just play some games, get some points on it, and run a few. You know, really doesn't matter. But I would save your highest tier captain for your highest tier ship. Just makes a difference, it really does. So, I hope that answered your question. Thank you ever so much for asking it. Very nice to see questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them either there and then or by way of a video. Just one small thing worthy of note on the news front. Today's Tuesday. Friday I will be on an operating table having a hip replaced. It's my second hip that I'm having done. Because of that, I will try and get as many videos recorded prior to Friday as I can. So you've got some videos, but you might notice it drops to 2 a week for a couple of weeks, just while I'm getting to a point I can actually sit in a chair again. Should all go well. It's a very routine operation, but yeah, you might notice a slight drop in output for a couple of weeks. Don't worry about me, I should be absolutely fine, but If you want to tweet me on Twitter, then you know where I am, at randomhato, and yeah, I'll try and keep you up to date. Anyway, I think that's more than enough for me for now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you found it useful. But for now, it's Captain Random signing off. Take care, and I'll see you again in the next one.